very good morning to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. So as we all know, daily at 11 a.m. in the morning, we come up with the Hindu analysis. And today is 18th August 2022 and we are here with this session. So if I'm audible and visible, just write in the live chat, yes sir, you're audible. Okay, yes. So let's begin by me, Salik Ahmed. So let's start the session. I hope you are aware that today is Thursday, 18th August 2022 is here. And we are having these, you can say, important articles in front of you. So the first is Nadda drops Gadkari, brings in Yedurappa in BJP Rejik. This is a purely political article. This is purely related with politics. So I would suggest you to skip this article. Okay. Because from exam point of view, this is not important. They'll not be going to ask that in which political party who was appointed in which parliamentary board or not. That is not important for your exam. So the very idea why we discuss the Hindu analysis is to help you understand which article is important from exam point of view and which is not important from exam point of view. So that is why I am telling you. Yes, good morning guys, good morning everyone. So you could have skipped it if you are reading this newspaper that, okay, it's a political article. So it is not very important for me. So there is another article, MHA overrules minister's tweet on providing flats to Rohingyas. And this we'll be discussing. And then one more article from here, Supreme Court asks center to steps to ensure India host under 17 Women's World Cup. So these two are a little important. This also we'll be discussing in detail. But first, let's discuss about this article which came in first page. But before that, there is a question for you. I hope you are aware I give some questions also, so that in order to test whether how is your performance in preparation and all. So the first question says, Rohingyas are the Muslim community of which of the following nations which have left the country because of persecution? Your options are Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand. Persecution means oppression, you can say. So what is the right answer, guys? And if you know, please tell me the state in which province these people are concentrated in that country. Yes, Ahana, Sakshi, Alefia, Stuti, Preeti, Ashi, Sharminstha, Subham, Nancy, Pandey, Teju, Aditi, Stuti, Devadrita, you all are right. So the right answer is Myanmar. So B is the right answer to this question. So first of all, let me show you here. So here is India. On the eastern side, this country is called as Myanmar. Okay. And somewhere here you will find the people of Rohingyas living. And because of, we can say, the persecution, they left and moved to Bangladesh and moved to India and other countries also. So that is why you should be knowing about this. So why it was in the news actually? It was in the news because of a tweet by, you can say, Hardeep Singh Puri, and then actually the tweet was then countered by other ministry. So basically hours after Minister of Urban Development Hardeep Singh Puri tweeted that all Rohingya migrants from Myanmar living in a camp in Delhi will be shifted to flats, Ministry of Home Affairs issued a strong denial. Okay. So see what happened actually was, this is what he tweeted, India has always welcomed those who have sought refuge in the country. In a landmark decision, all Rohingyas refugees will be shifted to EWS flats in Bakarwala area of Delhi. They will be provided with basic amenities, UNHCR IDs, means United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees ID, that is identity card, and round the clock Delhi police protection. This is what he tweeted yesterday at 7:32 a.m. in the morning on 17th August. And then what happened was during afternoon, Home Ministry tweeted, with respect to the news reports in certain sections of media regarding Rohingya illegal foreigners, it is clarified that Home Ministry has not given any direction to provide EWS flats to Rohingya illegal migrants at Bakrawala in New Delhi. So basically, actually, these two tweets are actually contradictory. Yes, means it was contradicted by the Home Ministry. Okay, can anyone write in the live chat, Hardeep Singh Puri is which minister? Because these are the questions being asked in exams. So ministry, ministers, these are the questions asked in exam. If you see the CLAT of this year paper, and last year paper, if you have seen, their favorite topic is ministry and ministers, right? So this time also they asked about different ministries. Last year they asked about ministers also, that let's say for example, who is the health minister of India, which ministry deals with this and all. So please tell me who is, Hardeep Singh Puri is having two ministry in his hand. What are those two ministries? Urban Affairs and Housing. Anyone else? Actually, he is having two ministry in his hand. So I'm waiting for your answers. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, yes. Anadi Sahu, Ashi, yes, right. Debadrita Eram. He is having another ministry. So I'm waiting for the answers. Yes, Ministry of Petroleum, Natural Gas. Yohita, very good, good. So basically, if you see his Twitter handle, it says India's Union Home Minister for Housing and Urban Affairs and Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas. So he is having a two ministry, and it says former diplomat. So he's actually a former ex-IFS officer. IFS, you understand? Indian Foreign Service Officer. So yes, that is, you should be knowing that he's having a two ministry, Housing and Urban Affairs and Petroleum and Natural Gas. These two ministry he is having. Okay, yes. So just be aware of it. In fact, in the same the Hindu article on first page, it was mentioned hours after Minister for Urban Development Hardeep Singh Puri tweeted that all Rohingyas. So this we have discussed. So this is actually Urban Development Minister. It is written here. Whereas the Home Ministry has said that that the shanty towns where Rohingyas were now living in the designated were now living in be designated a detention center. So that needs to be declared as detention center. That is what the Home Ministry said actually. Okay. So he had said that in his tweet in the morning, Mr. Puri called Rohingyas' plan to move Rohingya to an apartment complex built for economically weaker section a landmark decision by Narendra Modi government. So he has praised this in the morning that it is a landmark decision by Narendra Modi government. So it further says that yes, you can see it here in a landmark decision, all Rohingya refugees will be shifted to EWS in Bakrawala area. They will be provided UNHCR IDs and all. Okay, that is what it says. Now let's ask about another question, because UNHCR was in the news. In first page, in the same article, it was being discussed. So that is why I'm asking from you this question. Question number 2, which says, which of the following is correct about UNHCR, that is United Nations High Commission for Refugees? Your options are: India is a signatory to it, India has both signed and ratified, India has neither signed nor ratified, none of the above. Yes, what is the right answer, guys? One more thing I want to highlight, that this 11 AM morning session will happen every day from Sunday to Thursday. Okay, just be aware of it. Only on Friday and Saturday I'll not be doing the class, but for the 5 days from Sunday to Thursday, this 11 AM morning class will happen. Yes. What is the right answer? UNHCR, United Nations High Commission for Refugees. So people are saying either A or B. So majority are saying B, but I have not got the right answer. I'm very sorry. No one has answered me correctly. I'm waiting for the right answers. You might be thinking, since he is discussing about UNHCR, so it means India must be a signatory and must have ratified it. Yes. So people are applying the logic, but that logic is not correct here. The right answer is India has neither signed nor ratified it. Please remember it. This is United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. It is a UN agency mandated to aid and protect refugees, forcibly displaced communities, stateless people, etc. And its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. But you should be knowing it. Yes, you can see this article from May 2021, Times of India article. India not signatory to 1951 UN Convention. MHA means Ministry of Home Affairs on Asylum to Myanmar Refugees. So it's basically Myanmar refugees means talking about Rohingyas. Okay, so just be aware of it. That is why you should be knowing that India is not even a signatory to it. Yes, C is the right answer. Teju, Muskan, Anjali, Smrita, JK, Pandey, Sanjana, you all are right. Huh? Is it clear? Okay, hopefully things are crystal clear. Guys, everyone please press the like button. Everyone, we are seeing only 18 likes, 41 is watching. We feel also motivated if you like the button. Share this video and subscribe to the channel also. Okay, let's move on to the next article. That is an article on page number 5 of State Page. Okay, yes. When will one-child policy be discussed? Stuti Mishra, when we'll be coming to that July-August current affairs, in that we'll be discussing. Okay, yes. So, Godavari flows above danger mark in Telangana. I hope you are aware of it. Actually, it has been coming in news again and again that Godavari and Krishna both are crossing its, you can say, danger mark, and it is very dangerous. So, that is what it says. Bhadrachalam district and all is being discussed. So, just have an idea that these are some of the important South Indian rivers. This is the Godavari. It is the longest river in South India. Hai na? So basically, somewhere here is Telangana, you will find, na? So Telangana is here. Then Godavari, in fact, Krishna is also crossing its mark. So these two may prove, let's say, for example, we are having monsoon and also it may cause floods, etc. That is what it was in the news. So just have an idea about it. Yes, we are discussing only those news which are important for exam. Otherwise, if I discuss the entire The Hindu newspaper, it will take 2 hours. I am discussing only those articles which is important for exam point of view. Yes. Okay. Now let's move on to editorial page. So that is why you see I skipped many pages. From 1 page I went to 5 and now I'm coming to 6 page. Because we'll be discussing only those articles which are important for your exam point of view. Yes. So here is page number 6, editorial. And these are the 4 articles. I have told you that these 2 articles are generally written by the named author, and these 2 are actually authorless article, and mostly it represents the view of the Hindu editors, right? Okay, yes. Now let's discuss about the first half. So the geopolitics of the 4th Taiwan crisis, this has been discussed. Now you have to understand one thing, that he is actually, Mr. Stanley Johnny is talking about history of previous Taiwan crisis. So he said first, he has discussed about first Taiwan crisis, then second Taiwan crisis, then third Taiwan crisis, then now he's talking about 4th Taiwan crisis. If you read this article, he is going too much in history, I mean, which is not important for your examination. Okay. So he has gone in detail in what happened in 1940s, then 50s, then 60s. And I don't believe that this is important for your examination point of view. So just have an idea that in which background he is talking about it. So he's talking about in a background that recently the US House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, which was not liked by China, and because of which China started doing the military drills around Taiwan. We have discussed it so many times, right? A lot of military drills started happening, and because of which actually you can say this is considered or described as 4th Taiwan crisis. So yes, discussed in detail about 1st Taiwan, 2nd Taiwan crisis, 3rd Taiwan crisis. No need to go much in detail about it now. So he says, yes, here is saying China's response to US House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan on 2nd August reminds one of the Mao's story. So he is telling about an incident which happened during the time of Mao Zedong and all. So he is going into the history in detail. No need to go much in detail history. Okay. Yes. Now let's discuss about another article which you will find it here, Finding a Home. Okay. So can anyone tell me which this article is about what? So basically this article is related with adoption. So you understand adoption? Adoption means someone, an adult, adopting some child, and it has to follow the legal procedures, right? Because sometimes what happens is if all the legal procedures, like the person has to declare that yes, this is the guy, this is me, and I am going to adopt this child. Officially, all the papers needs to be done. Yes, adoption. Yes, Devaditya Muskan. Yes, Sharmista. So why there is a legal procedure, so much legal procedures there, then only a person will get a chance to adopt a child. Because in the name of adoption, what happens sometimes is human trafficking also happens. In the name of adoption, human trafficking, etc. do happens. Okay. So that is why it is very, very, very important that adoption should be done by following all the due process. All the due process means it should not be done like a person wants to adopt someone and the next day he adopts. No, it's not like this. He has to go, he has to follow all the legal procedure in the court, then take permission, officially get all the documents corrected that yes, he is my, I can say legally from now onwards, I have adopted him or her. Okay, because otherwise it leads to human trafficking, etc. and all. That is why you can say there is a strict regulation on it. Yes. Okay. Can anyone tell me in the same article, the author has discussed about an agency. What is the name of the agency which is responsible for regulating adoption? You have to write in the live chat. I'm waiting for your answers. An agency which is responsible for regulating those adoptions. If I'm waiting for your answers, then I'm explaining also. So basically the article says review of guardianship and adoption laws is a report recently released by Parliamentary Standing Committee on Personal Public Grievance, Law and Justice has pointed to a huge mismatch between number of people wanting to adopt child and number of children legally available for adoption, and suggested that the way to remedy would be to ensure that orphan and abandoned children found begging on the streets are made available for adoption. Yes. So the author is talking about CARA. I'll be explaining. Very good. A lot of people have answered. Yes, Nancy, Khushbu, Asmita, Sanjana, Aditi, Debadita, you all are right. See, what exactly the author is talking about is the number of people who want adoption. People wanting adoption. Wanting adoption is much more than children available for adoption. Children available for adoption legally, I'm talking about. Adoption legally. Okay. So this is what the review of guardianship and adoption laws by Parliamentary Standing Committee said. And it gave one solution. What is the solution? How to can say avoid this disbalance? More people are demanding adoption, but there are less children available. So it says that orphan and abandoned children found begging on the streets can be put here, right? I mean, so those children who are, can say small, 5-year, 6-year, poor children, they are begging on the streets. So they can also be, you can say, adopted legally by following all the procedures. So that is what one of the recommendations says, because there are a lot of people who want to adopt the child, but they are not getting the child through a legal process. Okay, that is what it says. The report argued that in a country with millions of orphans, only 2,430 children were available for adoption. It means only this much children are legally available. All the documents are ready officially, they can get adopted. But you will find in India a lot of millions of orphans, especially after COVID-19. This is a serious issue. After COVID-19, what happened was that if parents died, children were left alone. And during the time of second wave, we saw some article like the child marriages started because parents have died, and child trafficking, etc. started because of COVID. Large number of parents died and all. So that is why this is highlighted that yes, we need to help through official channel or the legal channel to allow more children to get adopted. That is what it says. Okay. Now the author is talking about CARA, Central Adoption Resource Authority, as on December 2021 from says that there are, according to reports, 27,000 prospective parents, means those who want to become parents by adoption, were there in December 2021, much larger as compared to 2017. It means if we compare from 2017 to December 2021, within 4 years, there are a lot of more people who want, you can say, adoption, right? That is what he has discussed. So now there is a question, since we are talking about CARA, that is Central Adoption Resource Authority. There is a question for you. Yes, many people have answered the full form also. Very good. Shakshi, Sharmistha, Kashyap, you all are right. So the question is, which of the following is correct about Central Adoption Resource Authority? It is a statutory body. It is a constitutional body. It is neither statutory nor constitutional. None of the above. What is the right answer to this question? Guys, everyone please press the like button. We are seeing 30 likes, 41 is watching. Everyone please press the like button. So we are asking what is the correct about it? Statutory body, is it statutory, constitutional, neither constitutional nor statutory, none of the above? Yes, Alefia, Yusuf Ali, Asmita, Sakshi, Debadrita, Anayanshi, you all are right. Ayush Deshwal. So the right answer is it is a statutory body. If you go to the Wikipedia page, it says it is an autonomous statutory body under Ministry of Women and Child Development. It is formed under Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015. And since it is a result of a parliamentary act, it is a statutory body. Okay. So the right answer is A is the right answer to this question. Okay. So that is what is being discussed in this article. Okay. So he's talking about, yes, that the process of adoption in the country was tightened procedurally and legally and all, etc. Go and read it. I have discussed the gist, the important aspects of this. Okay. Before that, guys, everyone please press the like button, comment whenever I am asking the question, share this video with your friends because sharing knowledge increases knowledge, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a subscribe button there. Please subscribe to it. Yes. Let's move on to the second half of editorial. And actually, there are two articles. This maritime partnership is still a work in progress. Then there's an article about sudden death. Okay, so sudden death does not mean that death always. Sudden death means something. If something happens suddenly, that is also a phrasal verb. Sudden death is a phrasal verb. It does not always mean that the death has happened. It means something happens very suddenly, quick. That is also called as sudden death. It's a phrase that is used. So this is actually talking about the suspension of AIFF. So first, let's talk about this one. So basically, the author is saying the docking of the ship USNS Charles Drew, a United Nations Navy dry cargo ship for repairs at an Indian facility in Chennai last week, marks an important first in India-US military relationship. So basically what happened, so this actually happened on, I think on somewhere on 8 August, last week, you can say, or you can say within last 10 days back. This is a ship called as Charles Drew. This is a US ship which came at Chennai. So here is, this is Tamil Nadu, you can see it here. This is Tamil Nadu, here is Chennai. So this ship came and I can say stayed there to have some repair work. And the government of India helped, again say, repair, again say, at Chennai. So basically he's saying that it is one of the important first, it means it happened for the first time in India-US military relationship, this event, that it came and we allowed them, we helped them in repairing it. So although bilateral trades have advanced considerably over the past decade, reciprocal repair of military vessels was still a milestone that had not been crossed. So he's saying that yes, for the past many years, we are having a good relationship with USA, business and all. But this is for the first time that we are doing it, that we are repairing others' military vessel. It's a military vessel. A vessel means nothing but ship, you can say. It's ship. So we are actually repairing US military ship. Okay, that is what he says. With a Charles Drew at Larsen Toubro facility at Kattupalli dockyard in India. So Larsen & Toubro is a very famous private company, L&T. You must have heard about Larsen & Toubro. So Larsen & Toubro helped this repair do the repair work of the ship. Okay, yes, good Sakshi, right. That is what he's talking about. Then here he is talking about made in India. Meanwhile, many in India meanwhile are seeing US ships docking as a global endorsement of Indian shipbuilding and ship repair capabilities. So it is global endorsement. Endorsement means supporting, or I can say giving thumbs up, right? Endorsement means supporting. Yes, India can help other nations in repairing even the US military ship. So this is an endorsement, right? That is what it says. Then yes, one more thing which is good news you can say about India is INS Vikrant. It is first indigenously constructed aircraft carrier. We have discussed so many times that for the first time, indigenously means make in India. Indigenously means made in our own country. Make in India aircraft carrier named INS Vikrant has been built by Cochin Shipyard Limited. Okay, so that is one of the example of Atmanirbhar Bharat or make in India. Okay, Yes. Then it further says here that India-US partnership and Quad, you can security dialogue and all he is talking about. So basically, I hope you are aware of Quad. So quadrilateral security dialogue. There are 4 nations: India, US, Japan, Australia. So both India and US are there also. That is what the author is talking about. Okay, so just have an idea about it, what he has discussed. Then further he has discussed about CMF, Combined Maritime Forces. So recently Indian Navy has formally commenced its cooperation with Bahrain-based CMF, Combined Maritime Forces, as an associate member. So CMF is actually a grouping of naval forces. You can see it here, led by Bahrain, in which India also participated in it. Okay, so here is India, here you will find Bahrain somewhere. Okay. Okay, the next is sudden death. Yes, basically this actually sudden death means suddenly something wrong happens. Okay, or that is what it means. So suspension of All India Football Federation by world governing body FIFA represents a depressing low. Means it is a bad news for us that we can say AIFF has been suspended from FIFA. FIFA is the same body which organizes football World Cup and all. Okay, so the allegation is because of third party interference. So who is that third party? So third party is talking about is Committee of Administrator, which was appointed by Supreme Court. So they have said because of some reason, no need to go in detail that what are the reasons. In this article, they have gone in detail that this are the reason why this has happened. So you are not supposed to go much in detail, just have an idea that they have suspended because of third party intervention. That third party is Committee of Administrator appointed by Supreme Court. So they did something which was not liked by FIFA. That is more than enough. So you no need to read in detail why they gave 50% reservation, voting rights, etc. No need to go much in detail. Yes, third party intervention. Yes, Debadita Sharmista, right. Then in op-ed page, there were 2 articles. This is, I would say, more important. The Center versus State Tussle over Ies Posting. So this is what he says. R.K. Raghavan is a former IPS officer. He is a former CBI director. He has written an article. So according to the author, he says that it is now official. Government of India painfully admitted recently to what some of us already knew. Fewer and fewer All India service officers working in states were coming forward to opt for a tenure with center. See, let me explain this. This is what central deputation means. So IAS, IPS officers who are posted in different states, they do not want to come to Delhi and serve in, you can say Delhi, in important ministries or in departments. This is what the author has written, that you can say IAS, IPS means, IAS means like DM commissioner and all, they are called as IAS officers. IPS says Indian Police Service like SP, DIG, IG, Police Commissioner, they are IPS officers, right? So basically he is saying that there is no reflection on the center's ability, that is what the author says, to offer incentives to maintain IAS, IPS at the central level. Okay, so he is saying, he is basically discussing that why he is discussing first why the officers should come to the central level. So he says that when officers come to the center in Delhi and is posted in Delhi's ministry, they get the chance to make policy at the all India level. They get the chance to visit other countries also. That is what he says, the positive of central deputation or moving towards center and all. Yes. And he is saying that not only in case of IAS, but in case of IPS also, the, you can say, condition is not very good. In fact, he's saying that the condition, the case of IPS is equally bad. You can say there are a lot of forces where there is a huge vacancy, CRPF, BSF, CISF, etc. He is talking about that there are many vacancies in these central agency because you can say very less IPS officers are willing to come to center. Okay. In fact, there was an article a few days back on first page of The Hindu. How many of you have read this? Only 3 IPS officers opt for central deputation. Means only 3 IPS officers decided to come to Delhi and can say be in any central agency or in ministry and all. So that was in the news in first page in The Hindu 1 week back, 10 days back. So which is similar to this what he has written. Okay, a former CBI director has written. See, let me explain it. My job is to just explain whatever is in the news. These are not my views or opinions. These are the views of the authors. My job is to just explain the article. So do not think I have said like this or that. Okay, do not think like this. Yes. Okay, so actually the same article. Okay, Sarmishta Kashyap had read. Yes, very good. So actually IPS, this is the logo of IPS, Indian Police Service. So basically these are the important I can say vacancies. 263 vacancies for IPS officer in 17 central organization like CBI and CAPF, IB. CAPF means Central Armed Police Force like BSF, ITBP, SSB, CRPF, CISF. These are called as CAPF agencies. Okay, so they have said that so many vacancies are there in this. So no need to remember the numbers key in this agency, this vacancy is there. That is not going to ask, just have an idea about it. Okay. Then on page number 10, an important news was there. Russian crude has Ukrainian blood in it, says minister. So basically, I hope you are aware that we are, you can see even the Russia-Ukraine war is happening, but still we are having a good trade relation with Russia. We are buying a lot of crude oil also. So a Ukrainian minister became very angry and he said that if you are buying oil from Russia, it is mixed with Ukrainian blood. Means he means to say that you can say that because they have killed so many people, that is what I can say Ukrainian minister has said, that since Russia has entered into the territory of Ukraine, and that is why Ukraine is saying that if you are buying the crude oil from Russia, it is mixed with Ukrainian blood. So that is what the Foreign Minister of Ukraine, Dmitry Kuleba, said. So just have an idea about it. Okay, then next in page number 11, there was an article, voters not looking for freebies. Yes, this has become very much in the news. That freebies has been very much in the news. So basically he says the Chief Justice of India said that voters should not, are not looking for freebies, that yes, the government should provide everything for free. Rather, government should be engaged in creating employment. Okay. So if I am doing a job, I will buy all the things by myself. So he has given the example of Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, right? So which generates employment. So this is what he is saying, generates employment, that governments are supposed to implement those schemes which create employment so that people can buy those things by themselves, not providing freebies. That is what Supreme Court has said. So it has argument, counter argument. You can go and read more about it. That is what the CGI said. Then Delhi PM 2.5 level, worst in the world. See, basically PM 2.5 means particulate matter. Particulate matter 2.5. Actually, this represents what? This represents the dimension of you can say the particle. So for example, if I am using the word, let's say PM 2.5, what is the meaning of it? So the particle's diameter is 2.5 micrometer. That is what it means. It means 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. So this is the dimension. So the smaller it is, the more dangerous it is. For example, PM 2.5 is more dangerous than PM 10 or PM 7.5. Why? Because the smaller it is more dangerous and go inside your lungs and all. Okay. So it is saying that Delhi's levels is worst in the world. So that is what the article says. Found that Indian cities, while recording particulate matter emission, they are among the highest in the world. So do relatively better on nitrogen oxide, etc. So basically just have an idea that Indian cities performance is not that much good, especially Delhi's performance is not that good. That is what this report, Air Quality and Health in Cities report, released by US based Health Effects Institute, said. So just have an idea. Then there was an article, you can say just go through it, no need to go much in detail. Sri Lanka readies new packages aimed at Indian tourists. I hope you are aware that Sri Lankan economy is not performing well. One of the reason is because of COVID-19, less tourists came, and because of which less revenue generated. One of the reason I am saying. There are other reasons also. Yes. Okay, so this is all about today's class. These are our CLAT students, those who have cracked this year. So this is all about today's class. Please download the BYJU'S exam prep app, go to the CLAT and law section, and we'll be meeting you there also. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.